Hello, everyone. Welcome to William and the Magic Box. Today on our show, we are going to have Sally. Sally is from England in the UK. So let's see what Sally has to say. Enjoy the interview. Hello, Sally. How are you?
Hello, I'm well, thank you. How are you?
Very well. Thanks so much for taking the time today for the interview. Thank you.
Thank you for inviting me.
So tell me, how was your day today?
Really good, thank you. I went for a walk with my godparents along the seafront and it was beautiful, cold, windy, but lovely.
Amazing. And how was your Christmas, your holiday season so far?
Really nice, thank you. My partner and I went to the Isle of Wight, so we just booked a week off work, no phones, and had a little Airbnb on the beach. And you could see the sea and did loads of walking and eating and resting. It was amazing.
Wow, I think that's the best part of the season, just to get a place where you can relax and just enjoy the time.
Yeah, perfect.
So tell me, Sally, where are you from?
I'm from the Forest of Dean in Gloucestershire in England.
Born and raised?
Yes,
So tell me something interesting about your hometown, where you were born.
I was born in the Forest of Dean, which is the biggest, oldest ancient oak forest in the world.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's incredible.
yeah. So oak woodlands. It's beautiful.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And what do you do for work for a living, Sally?
I am a counsellor and a shamanic practitioner.
Okay, so tell me a little bit more about your journey as a shamanic counselor.
Shamanic counsellor. So
Shamanic counselor, yes.
Shamanic counsellor. So I trained to be a therapist, a counsellor, which took about 6 years. So lots of training, lots of hours in university, and then one-to-one with clients, learning how to be a therapist and a counsellor, helping people with their mental health and trauma. And I, as part of that process, did my own therapy. You do it as part of the course, and you attend counselling, and you have your own therapist. So for about 8 years, I had my own therapist as well, which is difficult because you're dealing with mental health. So I found shamanic practice as something that would kind of help me and alleviate the suffering. So doing horrible things in therapy, talking about trauma, deep diving into wounds and pain. And then I found the shamanic practice as a separate entity that I could attend and I would feel kind of close to the universe, close to the light, feel better and find tools that would help me with my mental health.
Wow. And so
Yeah.
that was based in your own experience as well that you decided to do that, or you just because the therapy you're doing it to try to follow this path?
Basically for my own self, to help myself through my own therapeutic process. But then I learned that, oh, this is actually really useful to go hand in hand with therapy. So I started to intertwine it and weave it into my own practice as a therapist.
I see. Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, so during the interview, I'm going to explore a bit more about your life and also about your journey, okay?
Yep.
Are you ready to go on a beautiful journey through your memories in life and share your point of views?
Totally ready.
Amazing. Welcome to William and the Magic Box.
Okay, cool.
So I have here my best friend. Random fun questions. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to play a song just for us to relax before the first question, okay?
Yep.
Amazing. Let's do it. Right, so before we start the game, during the interview, if it comes up a question that you don't want to talk about or you don't want to answer, always can change, okay?
Mhm.
Amazing. First question is, what things do you consider to be relationship deal breakers?
Deal breakers would be disrespect, so cheating and having to guess where they are or guess what's going on. I like real clarity. So anything that's unclear would be a deal breaker.
And in your opinion, what people they need to know about each other before they start, let's say, a relationship, like a serious relationship?
Hmm. I think values, so how you live and how you want to live your life. So if you've got similar values, so for example, my partner and I both like traveling, we both like living off grid, we both like using kind of less resources. So I wouldn't match with somebody who wants to live in a big house and have lots of things and stay put, you know. So what your philosophy is on how you want to live your life.
And you always had this way of living, or just through your experience in life, somehow it directs you to this direction?
Yeah, so I left home at the age of 16 and just kept moving around basically. So I spent a lot of time in Asia, Central America, South America, Australasia. I really like to explore different places. So it just from a younger age kept finding that movement helped me and I enjoyed it.
And for you to be able to travel to those places at the time, did you have the support of your parents, or somehow they were not support you?
No, I worked myself. So I grew up working with horses, rode horses from a young age, and then learned how to work with horses. So I would work with horses for about 3 or 4 months in the UK, get a good lot of money together for a season, and then take that cash and run to Asia where it was really cheap, or Nicaragua, or Central South America, and spend my money that I've earned in that short time over there.
Wow, amazing. Very independent, very young, and very
Yes.
independent.
Yeah.
Wow, amazing. Next question. Let's do it. Let's do it. Next one. Okay, next question for you is, would you rather be invisible or be able to fly? And what would you do?
I would be able to fly and I would move around. So I'd go really quickly to, I don't know, the Lake District. I've never been to the Lake District. Or I'd go really quickly to Argentina. I've never been there. So it would be my way to get around and visit different places.
Okay, so let's see that you have the superpower of flying. And you had three options. First, you could fly anywhere right now for a day. You could fly anywhere right now for a week. And also you could fly anywhere right now for an hour. So tell me those options.
Okay, so the first one's a day.
Yeah.
I would go to somewhere like Milan, like a city, and I'd just go around and I'd eat and I'd explore and I'd see the sights, you know, like an old city for a day. For a whole week, I would go to the beach. It's freezing here at the moment. So I would go to the Bahamas and I would just be on the beach and have a lovely warm time. What was the other one? An hour?
For an hour, yes.
Ooh. Go somewhere for an hour. Where would I like to go for an hour? I think if I could fly into some sort of like big festival fiesta. So there's like party, it's hot. You know, I'm imagining the carnival in Brazil, but something that's going on like that just for 1 hour, just drop in, party, dance, see everything, and then come home.
Saying that, what's the biggest joy of being Sally? What do you like the most about being you?
I would say I'm very good at helping people. My kind of go-to is to look how I can help, and that's what I do with my job. And I find huge joy in that. So if I have helped somebody, if I've met somebody in a certain way, and I can leave them better and visibly see that, that to me fills my heart with joy.
And why is that, Sally? Why do you think you have this mindset or this way about approaching life, of helping others? Why is that, do you think?
I am what they called a wounded healer. So having had a difficult childhood, my own wounding, almost because I found my way to heal that and be with that and deal with that in the day, I want to help other people. And I suppose when I see people suffering and I kind of know that you don't have to suffer anymore because of these techniques, I want to help.
Wow, amazing. It's so interesting how when as an adult, we find we discover a lot about our personality, based on our childhood. Could be for a negative positive. There's always something behind that
Yeah.
somehow we just want to do something maybe that we didn't have as a child, or
Yeah.
maybe we didn't have the support, or maybe something was missing, or
Yeah.
maybe a trauma, or maybe something positive as well, that
Yeah.
somehow it gives an impact in our life.
Yeah.
When you think about your childhood memories, tell me the best memory that comes to your mind that you always hold close to your heart.
My mum brought home a puppy, a Springer Spaniel puppy, when I must have been about 8, I think, and he was tiny. And I can just see him running down the corridor and was like, oh my goodness, this puppy. And then I used to carry him everywhere. And my mum used to say, you've got to let the puppy walk, you've got to put him down. And I wouldn't. I just carried him for months. I loved
Oh,
him.
sweet, very sweet. Next question, let's do it. Right, so before the next question, tell me what's the biggest joy of being a counselor? Yeah, a shamanic counselor.
Yeah, the biggest joy. When somebody can't find any joy or any light in their life, it's really, I say it's like they're walking through treacle, life's hard and there doesn't seem to be a way out. And then at the end of our sessions, they found a spark, the lights have come on, they found something bigger than themselves. There's a universal knowing, there's some sort of peace from a higher power, and they feel it and they know it in their hearts, and the change, it's like the lights are on.
Wow. And for people watch this interview right now, they don't know what is shamanic practice. How would you say that for people to understand more about it?
Okay. Well, I suppose the easiest thing to say would be it's something that we all know. It's in our bones, it's in our blood, it's in our DNA. Our ancestors have practiced this for absolutely years and, well, forever. And then what's happened over the years is it's been lost in time. So it's practices that have been ancient practices. So, for example, lighting a fire and being with the energy of the fire, standing in the wind and letting the wind move whatever energy you don't want, or using emotions with water. So it's very energetics, just what is available on the planet, natural energy that we can then tap into, and it's bigger than us and it makes us feel better, essentially.
Wow. And it's a practice that it's being quite popular in England or in different parts of the world. Where do you see, how it came into your life for the first time?
Came into my life because I attended a women's circle in England, and the lady was a shamanic practitioner. So she started using some of the tools, saging to get rid of bad energy. But I suppose it's based, isn't it, in the South American cultures. But that's not where I found it. I found it in the UK. And because I am British, I'm actually Celtic. My family's from Wales. I tend to use more kind of pagan traditions, which you could say is like shamanic pagan, similar ancient ritual techniques, ceremony, honoring stuff, honoring my bleed every month, honoring my partner as a man, different ways of being that have been lost over the years.
I see. All right. Yeah. Next question is, good question. If you're not yourself, would you like to be yourself?
If I wasn't myself, would I like to be myself? Oof. I think so, yes. It was yes and no. There's a yes, as in I live on a narrowboat, I have a lovely partner, I enjoy my life, like I've got loads of great things. So I think yes, I would see me and think that's a cool thing to be. And then no, because it's been so difficult to get here. I've really struggled, and there's been a lot of problems, and like I said, childhood trauma, which has led to a lot of addiction in my 20s, and then overcoming that and working through my mental health. So yes, I'd like to be me now, but no, because it's been so hard.
And if you had a superpower of erasing that time of your life, knowing the person you are today, would you do it to avoid some tears, to avoid some situations, or would you keep it knowing the person you are today?
Ooh, that's so tricky because there's a huge part of me that wants to say, obviously, I'd erase it, but I fully believe that all this stuff had to happen for me to be the person who I am today and to make an impact on people's lives, to meet people that are struggling and have that understanding and that empathy and that knowing
Hmm.
within. I wouldn't have that if I erased this stuff. So I'm going to say I'll keep it, but with a little bit of trepidation, because it'd be nice if it wasn't there.
And if you could sit down with the younger Sally, like the little
Mm,
one, going through those situations without understanding much, no much information,
mm,
as a child, sometimes, most of the time, actually, we are faced situations or helping around us that we don't have answers, we don't have
yeah,
explanation, and it's hard because, being in the wrong environment or maybe not having the support. If you
yeah.
could give a piece of advice, I even got goosebumps saying that because it's very
Mm.
powerful. What would you say?
A piece of advice for them to help them in the at the time.
No, for you as your younger self when you
Yeah,
were going through that. If you could sit
yeah.
down with your younger self at the time for a minute or a few minutes, just to give a piece of
Yeah.
advice for the young Sally that was there, what would you say?
Yeah. What would I say? I would say it gets better
Hmm.
and this stuff doesn't make sense and it will make sense and there's a reason you're going through it. So buckle up because it's hard, but you can do it and you're amazing. You're doing it. Just keep going. Yeah.
Amazing. Oh, beautiful. Next question. Let's do it.
Next question.
Right. So before the next question, of course, working with people, there's a lot of energy. Yeah, I'm
Mm,
sure you know very well. There's this exchange of energy. There is, you are giving, you are taking. It's a lot of things going on when you are,
yeah.
in a session with someone. Yeah.
Mhm.
My question for you is, of course, sometimes those energy can be a bit difficult to take. Sometimes those energy is not like the best or maybe a bit heavy. For
Yeah.
you, how do you find a way to protect yourself, not to bring this energy to your personal life? There is a mechanism that you use, or just with experience, how do you see that?
Yeah. Various different ways. So if I'm working with a group, I spend a lot of time before the group basically calling in protection, quite literally saying, remove me from this. It's not my stuff to hold. I'm here to do the work, but I'm not going to take anything on and I'm not going to transmute anything through myself. So I imagine a bubble around me and I ask it to be filled with gold or white light, and the stuff that is theirs bounces off, transmutes to the light or back to them if they need to work with it, but it doesn't come through me. And
Hmm.
I just keep repeating that. And then when I find things difficult in the group, I kind of recenter in the bubble and imagine that happening. And in my one-to-one clients, I have a process where when I finish, because I work online, I finish the Zoom call, and if it's been a heavy session, I'll stand up and I send everything back to the light with love and I thank it and I say it's not mine to transmute and it's not mine, and please take anything that isn't mine out and away from me. Do some movement, and then I use sage at the end of every day. I work on my narrow boat, so I sage the whole boat. And I just say thank you, and it's clear for me to move into my evening space.
Wow. Do you consider yourself to be more of a day or a night person?
I think day person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, next question is, what's your funniest memory of a date that you had?
Oh, I went on a date in Swindon. No, hang on. Swindon? Hang on. Where is it? Was it Swindon? Yeah, I went on a date in Swindon, and this person was extremely dull, bless him. And he was a stand-up comedian by trade. So it was all these kind of really bad jokes, which were just, I mean, really bad. Like, oh gosh, this is bad. So I thought, well, we're here now. I've got to sit here for an hour. And we'd gone for a curry. So I ordered a vindaloo because I thought I've never had a vindaloo, the hottest curry on the menu. And I'm going to order one because, I've got this 1 hour. I might as well have an experience on the planet rather than sitting here bored. So I ate this vindaloo in front of this man while he told these horrendous jokes and basically choked my way through the meal because it was so hot and I was sweating. Didn't say a word apart from just trying to choke this curry down. It was horrendous.
Oh dear, I'm just putting myself in the situation. The struggle was very big, wasn't it? The
It
struggle to
was
be
real. Yeah. But I've eaten a vindaloo, so there we go. That's good.
totally.
Yeah.
What's the meaning of life for you, Sally, when you think about life?
I believe that I have chosen this before I've even come in as a soul. I think I said, right, come on, I'm going to go in, I'm going to have a hard time, and then I'm going to transmute some of this stuff so I can help other people. And I believe that I'm here to raise my own vibration and therefore the vibration of people around me who I work with and in my life. So I believe that I've come in at this time specifically as the world is changing so much to kind of help people by helping myself first understand the stuff and elevate my vibration, then work with other people so they can, work on a higher timeline. So essentially what I want to do is I come in like this and I leave like this. It's like you leave higher and you leave the world slightly better and higher. I think that's what I'm doing.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I would ask you, what would be the title of your memoir? What that would be?
The words that came to me was "what a shit show," but I don't think I would actually call it that. But yeah, what shit show? Like it's hard. Yeah.
3 questions left. Let's do it.
Okay.
Right. Next question for you is, what is the most beautiful thing someone has ever said to you?
Oh, that's easy. That springs straight to my mind. My boyfriend, we wasn't my boyfriend at the time. We were dating. He's Brazilian as well. And we've gone to Paris, the city of love, and we're on this boat on the river, and it's the most amazing place in the world. And we hadn't said we loved each other, and we were just all, in love at the beginning, but not saying it, and blah blah blah. And his English amazes me, and I love that's my main thing I love about him, the way he speaks. It's just brilliant. And we were talking, and I said on the boat, passing the Eiffel Tower, so cheesy. I
Oh,
said, I just wanted to say, I've been wanting to say for ages, but I love you. And he said, do you not think I've been keeping the words I love you inside my mouth? And it was just so wonderful. I just loved it.
oh, such a sweet thing to have.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Saying that, do you know any Portuguese words so far? Have you learned anything about the Brazilian culture?
What do you want to know what I know? Filha da puta.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Sorry. It's every other word in our household.
It's okay. It's okay. You can use it for different occasions, depending on the situation. So it's okay. I don't need
It's
to put.
usually fixing something. So the car, like, something's
Yeah,
broken, or yeah, it's that. Filha da puta. It's like everything's a filha da puta.
sweet.
No, I don't know any Portuguese. I'm terrible.
It's I'm sure if you know the word saudade, which means I miss you in a very sweet way.
Oh,
Saudade. Yeah, just
yeah,
ask
that's nice.
Adriano later, he can explain to you. Saudade is a word that just exists in Portuguese from Portugal. Actually, in Brazil,
Oh, okay.
sorry, in Brazil, in Portugal, they don't use this word. They know it because, of
Yeah,
course, but no, actually, they do as well. Actually, it's saudade. It means I miss you in a very dearly way, like in a very
no,
sweet way. Saudade. Yeah.
saudade.
Saudade, yeah.
I'm gonna say it.
2 questions left. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Right. So before the next question, tell me about your clients. Usually how they connect with you is through social media, is through other people, some retreats that you do. And most of them, they are female, male, or a mix of them.
Yeah. Okay. So I would say the majority of my clients are female, but I do have male clients, but it's definitely a female heavy kind of therapeutic world. I mean, on my training course, it was 78% women or something. So how they connect with me. So I run retreats all over the UK, and it's either a day or a weekend, and it attracts lots of different people. Come for the day, and then perhaps they've kind of awoken something on that day. They think, actually, I need to do a bit of therapy around this. Actually, it doesn't feel good, and I've realised. So then they'll come and connect with me, and we'll do some therapy together. And lots of people find me, I think, on Google, because shamanic counseling or like spiritual counseling isn't that common, and my website, so they come through that way.
You said something, Sally, that I remember now. I had an interview with a lovely man. He's a personal coach. He helps men who deal with traumas and everything. And he said something, actually, I just remember now. He said that he went to a retreat. I don't remember which one was, and he was the only man there.
Yeah,
So
that's common.
for you, what do you think, men, there's still the stigma, or maybe women, they're more, open for, those, let's say, environments? How do you see that based on your experience?
Yeah, I'm not sure. There's sometimes when I've had one occasion when I ran a group of 12 people and there were 6 men and 6 women, and I rejoiced. I mean, it was a beautiful time. Oh, thank
Wow,
goodness the men are turning up.
wow.
Um, yeah, I suppose a stigma. And it's the same in counselling as well. And worked for a mental health charity, Mind, for a few years as well. And loads more women than men accessing mental health support. But it is tipping, it is changing, times are changing, so it will catch up. I think it's just been so stigmatized for so long, we're just kind of thawing out now.
Totally. And I believe social media right now, it's helping a lot, men, to
Yeah,
break the stigma, because you see so many men, exposing their
yeah,
feelings, their emotions, crying. And I think the good part of social media is about that, because,
yeah,
it's breaking stigmas, because, as you know very well, men have been raised in a way that we cannot cry, we cannot show
yeah,
emotions, we need to be this macho man. However, I think
yeah,
nowadays it's breaking the stigma more and more. But
definitely.
next question is, when have you been the most happy?
The most happy. Um, Gosh, that's difficult. The most happy, I think, would be on my narrowboat. So basically, lived in a house before and then ended up in a position of, okay, just going to buy a narrowboat. Don't know anything about boats, but I'm just going to go all in, and bought my own narrowboat and renovated it with my partner. And when we would be renovating it in the day, and it was a hot day in the summer, and we had a busy time, and then we'd take the boat along the River Severn and go to a different town and stop and have a drink in a bar or a curry and drive home in the boat. It was just, it's kind of like a dream. So I think that I was, yeah, wonderfully happy.
To believe that happiness is a choice?
No, I don't. I think it's something that I'll talk for myself. I have to work very hard on achieving. And if it was a choice for me, that would be lovely. I think it depends on so many different factors and keeping myself well mentally,
Hmm.
physically, spiritually. And then I can see the joy and I can find happiness when I'm connected. But I think it's a practice.
I see. All right.
Yeah.
Last question. Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, but before the last question, I'm sure you had some clients, some people that you worked with that for sure left some memories in your life, or some situations that you always remember. But tell me one of them that for you, you're gonna go like, what, this feedback or this session or this moment, um, I will always remember, for some one reason or
Mm.
another, you hold close to your heart.
The first thing that comes to mind is a young lady who was estranged from her family, quite rightly so, abusive household, and she'd just been on her own for years and years, and she'd turn up every week, and it was so hard. I mean, painful for her to be there, but she did it, and she kept turning up, and she kept turning up. And I said to her once, "Oh God, it's just awful because you've just had no one." And she said, "Yeah, but I've got you." And
Oh
it
my God.
it just meant so much. Like I still love her. That's years ago, and she's still in my heart.
Oh my God, that was
Yeah,
very, I was expecting that answer. Wow, Sally.
yeah,
I think those moments you just go like, my goodness, how important
yeah,
is for us to give our time to someone else, somebody.
yeah,
And could be through a session, could be through a business, could be through a moment, could be, but those moments, I even got
yeah,
goosebumps now. It's such a
yeah.
powerful, genuine, moment that you go like, you meant to be doing that.
Exactly that. I meant to
That
meet her. Yeah,
totally, wow,
yeah.
beautiful. Okay, last question is, how your best friends describe yourself?
How would they describe me? Okay, my best friend would say I am reliable, funny, and organized.
Wow.
Yeah.
And besides your partner Adriano, besides him, of course, there is a friend that when you feel the lowest or when you feel the happiest, that this
Mm,
person comes to your mind that you just want to share this moment.
yeah.
Which person that will be? Besides, of course, your partner.
My friend Grace, I would phone her when I'm having the worst day of my life and she talks sense into me. And I call her with my celebrations and she celebrates with me. And we always seem to never miss each other. You know, if I'm having a terrible time, she can be there. If I'm having a good time, she can be there, and vice versa.
Okay, so she's watching this interview right now, and you have a moment, an opportunity to send her a message. What would you say? She's watching.
Oh, I really appreciate you, Grace, for sticking around and always answering the phone and showing up like no one else does.
Beautiful. I love it. I think those friends, they just meant to be in our lives.
Yeah.
You don't go around saying, you're going to be my best friend. You're going to be my best. It doesn't work like that.
No.
You know what I mean? They just come into our lives like our loved ones, like our
Mm.
partner. It's just magical. Beautiful.
Yep.
Right, it's not the end yet. Let's play now the word association game. I'm going to say some words, just one word that comes to your mind. Okay, quick thinking. Let's start with money,
Good.
fear,
No, thank you.
family,
Difficult.
life,
Adventure.
love.
I got sexy.
Okay, religion,
One word. Useful.
okay,
Useful.
friendship,
Oh, incomparable.
wow, sex,
Fun.
politics,
Nonsense.
like your face, nonsense, desire,
Sexy.
regret,
No, thanks.
success,
Being alive.
wow, wish,
Health.
happiness.
Yes, please.
One word for shamanic practice.
Soothing.
Wow. And the last one now, counselor, one word.
I want to say warrior.
Wow. Um, let's say if I would meet, Adriano for a coffee, and I would ask him, define Sally in one positive and one negative word only. What he would say?
The positive would be powerful, and the
Uh-huh.
negative would be pain in the ass. One word.
Amazing. Let's play now, Sally and the Magic Box, and you can ask me a question. Right, but before you ask me the question, of course, 2025, my God, is just literally just finishing, and 2026 is just like literally opening the door very soon. During this time of the year, you are kind of person that's making new resolutions, or you do like a reflection, or you make some plans, or you just go with the flow. How do you feel about, during the season of the year?
Yeah, so basically having a really good downtime for these couple of weeks. I've got no social media going, I've got no work. I'm just focusing on health, walking, connection with nature. Um, So I feel like 2025 was difficult. They call it the year of the snake, so the shedding, the hard. And then we're coming into the year of the horse, which is more powerful and beautiful and forward moments. So we're actually getting a puppy soon. So I feel like 2026 is inviting in the joy, less hard labor, less hardship and hard work. It's going to be more lighter, more joy. That's my sense coming into 2026.
Wow. So back to the word association game. One word for 2025 for you.
Hard.
Wow. Okay. Okay, Sally, you can ask me a question now.
Hang on, let me just think of what the actual question is because I know what I want to ask you, but I need to check it's appropriate. Hang on.
It's okay. It's good to have more time to think.
Yeah. Hang on. Okay. Right. So you ready?
I'm ready. Yes.
So my question for you is, do you ever consider having therapy for yourself?
My God, what a great question, Sally. What a great question. You know what? Absolutely. I don't know, I think Brazilian people, our culture, when you can afford, when you can, is have a therapist. I know people who have therapists for 20 years, for
Brilliant. Yeah.
all of their lives, and I think it's very important to have a guide, someone that you can trust, someone that you can rely on, you can talk about anything in a session. I think it's, for me, it's investing on you. That's how I
Yeah.
see it. Therapy for me, it's a place where, when you can invest something, if you want to invest in yourself, invest in therapy, because
Yeah.
you're investing in a lot about you, that you're going to become a better person. You're going to know yourself better than you never thought about it. You're going to know your strength. You're going to go deep in your years, on your knowledge, or in your strength, everything about you. I think it's about, and when you invest yourself, in a therapy, I think it's because we have this, it still have, I'm not sure now, but I think, growing up, or I remember back in Brazil, I remember that for us, where I'm from, therapy is for people when you need something, when you are,
Yes.
going through, it's like, even when you are going crazy or you have a problem, that's the conception that we had when I, growing up. I remember that people, they were scared about, oh, I don't want to go to therapy because I don't want to see people think I'm crazy, or and actually it's the opposite side. I think being being coached for someone who you can trust and who you can connect with, and to help you going through your life, I think it's a great place to be. Back to your question, yes, something that I'm planning for the future. Something, not that I'm planning. I would love to be able, to have someone, with me, guiding, for me to understand more about things that I don't understand about myself. Like everyone else, I have some topics in my life, some things that I go like, wow, I can't wait one day to be able to understand that, because I cannot understand myself. I'm not able. And I know that there is a reason behind, there is something behind, and I don't know. So I think it's absolutely, I think it's a great place to be. And I think people, when they can, I think, they should absolutely to find a therapist, someone that can help them, someone, not even help, not the right word, to guide them. To guide, I think, because it's a place when you are discovering yourself, you invest in yourself, you are in a place where you are, you are able to find the real person who is there hiding, or maybe already there and you don't know, or you don't understand, or maybe you are scared, or maybe you are, could be a lot of reasons. But I totally embrace people when they can, to have someone to guide them, because I think it's very important, for more than ever, the world we live right now. So yes, that's
I agree.
Yes.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Did you enjoy the interview, Sally?
I loved it. Thank you. Yeah.
Thanks again. Thanks for taking the time. I know you're very busy. There's a lot going on, but you took the time for the interview. So appreciate your time. Appreciate for you to be able to explain a little bit more about your practice. And I think it's important because, funny enough, I never heard of it before. When I was checking your profile a little bit, I was like, I made some notes here. I said, I want to ask more about that. It's about helping others, and also spreading some more information for people to understand more about it. But thanks again for bringing your time for the show. Okay.
Thank you for having me. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you.
Before we go, if you can just share a positive message or anything that you live by.
I would say, I was thinking about this before I was coming on here because I knew you'd ask me. I would say do the things you want to do. And I know that sounds so simple, but just do it. Like when I was trying to buy the narrow boat and I was, oh, I don't know. Just buy it. Just do it. Just book the ticket. Just go there. I think we have one life. It's very, very short. And if you're constantly thinking, oh, there's that place I want to go, there's that thing I want to do, just do it. Let's just do it.
Totally. It's simple as that. Just give the first step. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes the first step is the scariest one, but it's going to lead you to a place where you know what I mean? Amazing, wonderful place. Just give the first step.
Yeah. Be courageous and go and do it. Yeah.
Beautiful. I love it.
Yeah. Brilliant. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much. Say hello to Adriano and Happy New Year. Okay?
Happy New Year.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Thanks, William. Bye.
So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first, subscribe to our channel, and after that, just go to our website, www.williamandthemagicbox.com, and send us a request saying why would you like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye-bye. See you next time.